Hi friends. Today I just kind of wanted to talk about my thoughts regarding to what extent I should be kind of trying to learn people's pasts in the company. Um, and what I mean by that is that to what extent should I be kind of listening to gossips, I guess, or uh, people's stories uh, through other people's mouths of maybe negative things or positive things and their accomplishments. And the reason why I've been thinking about this topic is because I came into the company with a policy in myself that I would not want to listen to any form of gossip or, historical situations of anyone. And so even now, if there's ever a situation where gossip may occur, I would be uh, proactive and vocalize that I'm not interested in hearing it and that I don't want to. And of course, that I just want to focus on how to move forward. But the reason why I've been and the reason also another reason why I went into the company with this approach is because uh, this company uh, has and still does have reminiscence of the Japanese work culture of lifetime employment. So many of the employees here have been working in the company for a very long time, ever since they were young. And so there are people here who've been here 30, 40 years. Plenty of them are like that. And so I feel that in a culture like that, it's it might not be a good idea to kind of listen to glimpses of individuals' past where it may or may not be true. Whether it's a negative story or a positive story, because trying to judge someone based off of a single gossip, you know, even though they've been here 30, 40 years, I think it's just not a good idea. I felt like so that was my mentality and thought process behind my approach uh, that I'm doing right now of not listening. But recently, I've started to think about it more because I found that maybe I do need to listen, of course, objectively and with the assumption, with the understanding that what I hear will be from that individual's perspective with plenty of biases. But still, gathering this information may be necessary if I am to try to change the culture here. Because the people in power and the people that drive the culture uh, do have a lot of history in the company, and for me to understand why they are being valued may require these perspectives or gossips of other people, both good and bad. Because on one hand, yes, if I hear bad gossip about someone, that bad gossip could be false. It could have been a one-time accident that got overblown, and I feel that that's not fair for the individual. But it could also be where you hear good gossip where they had this huge success in the past, but that's all they did, and they're just still riding that one success, which also isn't good, I don't think. So you have that on one hand, but on the other hand, I feel that by through listening to these gossips, I'm getting a perspective of the culture and mentality of the people working under these individuals and how they interpret the bad and good gossips or actions, historical actions of the people in power right now, and what it is that they are thinking and still being satisfied, I guess, working under them, or how they feel, or how they behave, how, I don't know. It's just like I think it's an opportunity for me to understand the general culture by understanding how people kind of gossip. Where are they looking? What do they find bad or good? What are they sensitive to? How do they interpret certain actions, accomplishments, behaviors? And, through that, I could figure out what's impactful to them. What do they want? What do I need to do to convince or to sway them? I mean, when I talk about it this way, it almost feels like I'm trying to figure out how to manipulate people. But and maybe I am. I don't know. I don't like that word. I don't like the way it sounds, the way I just said it. But in a way, trying to become a leader, I feel that I do need to understand how to. I need to learn the people and how I could best utilize them through manipulation, but of course having what's best for them in mind. But I guess that's what all leaders say, and I don't know. It's just weird. I just I don't know what to think regarding this topic. As you could see, I just feel like I need to think through it more, and of course, as I was mentioning in all my other thought process, like approach it with a balance. Everything comes in a balance. You don't go too far left or right. So, I think for now I'll try to continue approaching the way I am, where I don't listen too much. No, but that's I think what I need to do now, because I'm trying to understand the office culture, my team culture too, because I want to create more cohesion, team-oriented mindset, because I feel that there's a lack of it. There's a lot of politics and historical dynamics that's kind of preventing collaboration, and if anything is pushing people apart. But I don't want to hear the bad-mouthing of each other, but at the same time, maybe I do need to listen to it a little to understand them, like I mentioned before. So maybe I'll try a little bit more of my current approach. And if that doesn't work, I'll try to listen to the gossip, but in a way that allows me to understand what they're thinking and how they're interpreting other people so that I could find a way to make things work through more behavioral process manipulation. I don't know. Yeah, right now I think I'm trying to mend things together by creating external objectives that people could agree upon. And what I mean by that is business objectives, so that regardless of politics, they could agree to come together in regards to the business needs. But that may not always work, especially in this kind of culture where people are sensitive and people oriented, and I'm gonna say sensitive again because they really are sensitive. I mean, I'm sensitive too, so I can understand them. But yeah, it's a different culture, and I think it's interesting. It really is interesting, just observing and trying to communicate and figure it out. But anyways, those are my thoughts, and I'll catch you guys up again another time. Thanks for listening. Cheers.